What's up, everybody? This is Crypto Debate coming to you live from Seoul, Korea. We are based out here. And today's Crypto Debate topic of the day is the headline PwC, or PricewaterhouseCoopers, one of the big four auditing firms globally. In a report, they find that the 2018 ICO volume is already double that of 2017 last year. So according to the report, it was a joint report between PwC and the Swiss Crypto Valley Association, and they found that initial coin offerings, or ICOs, are booming despite the price collapse of cryptocurrencies. PwC found that the ICO volume reached new record highs in the first half of 2018. So ICO volume is already twice as much as it was during the entire year of 2017. We are talking about in total 537 ICOs with a total volume of more than $13.7 billion have been registered since the beginning of the year. In comparison, in 2017, there were a total of 552 ICOs with a volume of just over 7 billion. Also, the average size of an ICO has almost doubled from 12.8 to over 25.5 million since last year. So we can see hard caps rising. We can see just the amount rising year from last year to this year, which just means that more and more companies, more and more projects are conducting ICOs. Obviously, if more ICOs are being conducted, then that means there are also probably more scams as well. So a special mention was made of the Telegram and EOS ICOs, which raised a lot of money. So Telegram raised 1.7 billion, and EOS just raised over a little over 4.1 billion dollars. According to the ICO report, the US, Singapore, and Switzerland are now the three most important ICO hubs worldwide. Although a lot of ICO projects, they don't allow investors from the US or China due to SEC regulations and just regulations in general. Switzerland, they're very progressive. Hong Kong, Gibraltar, Malta, Liechtenstein, sorry. They are very sort of crypto-friendly models that a lot of projects like to go into to set up their registrations. We have FINMA in Switzerland and Europe, for example, which classifies tokens into three subtypes: asset, payment, and utility tokens, which do not constitute an actual investment, but allow the buyer direct access to the product or service of the ICO. So one of the problems we see is that a lot of countries have different regulations when it comes to ICOs. Some just crack down hard and just completely outlaw them. Some are very progressive and open-minded towards them. And some countries, they're sort of in this gray area. Here in Korea, they're sort of cracking down on ICOs, but are thinking of amending legislation or creating legislation to allow domestic companies to set up ICOs here in the near future, because a lot of big companies are starting to go abroad to Singapore and the places aforementioned to set up their ICOs. So yeah, what do you guys think about ICOs in general? Have you guys participated in any ICOs? How was your return? Normally with a lot of ICOs, what we see is that they go in at a pretty decent price, but then once it hits exchanges, the price gets dumped. So a lot of people, they like to dump once it gets listed on exchanges, and then subsequently we see the price of the token fall. Right now, with the bear market these days, a lot of the ICOs that were conducted earlier this year and late last year, they're starting to be listed on exchanges that are actually lower than the price of the initial public sale ICO. It's a different matter, obviously, if you were somehow able to participate in the private round, which come with very, very big discounts usually, but it depends from ICO to ICO. So what do you think it looks like for ICOs going on forward? And have you participated in ICOs? And just generally, how do you feel about ICOs? I'd love to hear your comments in the section below. So please leave them, and we'll speak to you next time. See you.